Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name's Rochelle and I'm here to do a love reading for Leo. Leo in love. What do we need to know for Leo? I am doing a Celtic cross spread. I decided to try this to see how it goes. I'm not sure I'll be doing this specifically for love again, or certainly not exactly this way, but it worked out for Cancer, so who knows? Maybe something good will come out of this for you. I'm finding this is a better spread for general readings, but my intention is that this is about love. So we'll see what comes out. I'm using the Good Tarot, and I'll finish the reading off with a few oracle cards. So let's find out what's the current situation. What's just the general, what's going on in this moment. We've got the Six of Water, thinking about someone from your past, sweet memories, thinking about an old flame, someone that you miss quite a lot, maybe, perhaps. What's your challenge? King of Water. You have lots of big feelings that you don't necessarily know what to do with. This guy, the King of Water, he's very emotionally balanced typically. He's got a big heart. He's so generous and loving and fair and kind and all these things. And this being your challenge, one thing that's coming to me is it could be that whatever you're thinking about from your past, it it could be that your feelings for this person might be a little bit misplaced, that maybe they don't deserve as much of your love as you have for them, or maybe thinking about the past has you so feeling so emotional, and this isn't kind of your typical place to be. And so, maybe it's causing you to feel or act a little irrationally, that you're kind of like, I don't know, maybe you're having trouble like getting a handle on yourself. Big emotions can do that to us sometimes. So what happened in the recent past? There was a new beginning, some kind of new beginning that you were starting to see some kind of, prosperous, something was starting to come together and really work out with a person. What about the future, the near future? Hanged Man. Yeah, because I guess this person, it was starting off really good, and then something happened because you're thinking about them now. You're wishing for them, you're longing for them, you have big feelings. Ooh, oh, Leo. Because now we have the Hangman. This is your near future. This is kind of taking a step back. You're like needing to assess, needing to gain some kind of new perspective on the situation. Whatever happened between you and this person left you feeling kind of bummed out. And you're like, okay, okay, what do I need to understand about this situation? And maybe it's right now it's difficult for you to gain that clarity because you are so caught up in your emotions. And so in the near future you'll be stepping back to and to kind of surrendering to what is rather than what you wish things could be or are were anyway. um so then what's going on in your conscious mind? What are you aware of that's going on? King of Earth. We've got 2 kings now. You are I feel like this is you focusing on your physical prosperity. Maybe you're throwing yourself into work. You're taking you're trying to take this crazy emotional energy that you're feeling and channeling it into something that you're hoping will help distract you, and that will have some kind of payoff. um and sometimes, yeah, some situations you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna work and do my thing, and hopefully I'll forget about this. So then, the next question is, what do we need to know about your I'm not even saying this right. What's going on in your subconscious? What are you not aware of about this situation? And I got the 9 of air, and I feel like this the 9 of air, typically in tarot, this is a card of sleepless nights, of being in some kind of mental anguish, lots of anxiety, feeling like, ugh, kind of caught in your head. But because of it, this in this deck in particular, in the Good Tarot, this is about changing your negative self-talk into self-talk that's much more compassionate and loving. Understanding that it's like coming to that place where you did your best with what you had in the current moment and it didn't work out. And that doesn't mean that something's wrong with you or that you did something wrong. It just wasn't meant to, you were meant to gain something from it, some kind of lesson, but it wasn't meant to be lasting. And it's because through that lesson, then you're able to move forward into a new situation that's much better, much just yeah, much better. And so, and I especially love this card because she's getting ready to fly. She probably hasn't tested these wings before. She's got her eyes closed, she's on the edge, and she's about ready to jump. And so I kind of feel like this is you preparing for your next adventure, your next relationship. Something didn't work out. You're getting a grip on that. You're going to be getting some kind of grip on that. You're working on building the courage to jump, but you need to spend some time figuring out what happened, learning that lesson, gaining the clarity. So then, what's your perception of yourself around the situation? 2 of water. That you have a lot to give. You're a catch. And you know this. You know that whoever does end up in your life, whoever is that right one, when they show up, anyone who shows up, you pour yourself into the connection. You have a lot to give. You are, yeah, anyone who can't appreciate that, I think deep down that then they're just not meant for you. That whoever is meant for you will be able to see that you're awesome, and being in a relationship with someone, you're very, because this is about harmonious partnership. You're willing to give yourself to somebody and work things out to yeah, have a good flow, be on the same page with somebody. Okay. So then how are other people perceiving you? What's the external environment that you're dealing with? Queen of Earth. Yeah, well, I think I'm going to go with others' perception of you because the Queen of Earth is very resourceful. I think people see you as being in this place of figuring yourself out, figuring your life out. That something didn't work out, some kind of, romantic thing, it didn't play out the way you hoped. And so instead of curling up in a ball and you know, playing the poor me card, you are diving in to you're putting your again, you're channeling that energy into some other part of your life. You are working on building your life in a very physical, prosperous way. And the queen of earth, she's the master gardener in this deck. She knows how to take a seed and turn it into the abundant harvest. And I think that's exactly what you're doing. You're heading towards your harvest. You're working on it and you're willing to put in the effort. Very hardworking, and you will become very abundant if you're not already. This is a part of what makes you a great catch. Lots of integrity, lots of you're very grounded. So, what's your advice? Your advice, your action to take around this messenger of fire. I love this. This is getting into your own energy, being authentic to who you are, figuring out what you want and going for it. Seriously, just like, okay, having taken, whatever you're doing, taking as much time as you need to figure out what happened to gain that lesson. It's helping you to gain the clarity you need so that you can be like, okay, that didn't work out. What do I want? What's the opposite of whatever happened that made it not work out? And then running with it. This is all about taking very decisive, passionate action. And it's a card of innovation. So it's like you've learned some new way of being, some new way of showing up based on what you've been through in the past or in this last relationship. So what's the outcome? The Fool, a new beginning. And the if the Fool's all about being spontaneous, taking a leap of faith, this is you coming back to yourself, but in a whole new way. This is you being like, okay, I've done the healing. I've gained the perspective. I know I'm awesome. And now I'm just going to take things moment by moment and enjoy myself along the way. Have fun being myself and doing my thing. And I think inevitably someone's going to come along because you are such a catch. And they're going to be like, "Oh my god, you're who I've been looking for my whole life." So I'm going to look at the Wisdom of Avalon oracle cards. Wealth. So interesting. Yes. I seem to remember this card came up for Aries because their reading was pretty similar, where it there wasn't really a breakup so much. It was more just kind of building up wealth and finances and kind of their material stability, and then the love was going to come on the heels of that. And I think, you know here, this is what you're working on as a way almost as a way to distract yourself. but it's like you're bringing in the wealth and the abundance into your life because of doing this inner work, because of learning the lesson and showing up for yourself in a new way. And the wind fairy, thoughts, words, and intellectual analysis. Yeah. Yeah, you're figuring out what happened, and you're owning your part of it, and you're taking that lesson learned, and you're moving forward with it, and that's allowing you to is that's where the healing is happening. And the deer, gentleness and diplomacy. It could be that the situation that you have come out of, maybe you were a little heavy-handed in the situation, and you're learning like, okay, to really show up correctly in a relationship, I need to be a little bit more willing to flow with the person, to let them bring their ideas to the table and be more open to them. But this can also be how you're being with yourself, more gentle with your process, and knowing that it's okay that everything happened the way it was supposed to, so that you could get to the next awesome thing, the next person who's really going to appreciate you. But yeah, because we have diplomacy, I feel like this is a new way of you being. You've learned some kind of lesson where you're like, okay, it's not always about me. Yes, you are the center of your universe, and it's important to put yourself first, but not at the expense of others. And this is you learning, like, y- you're gathering um, ideas and opinions, and you're like, okay, like, whoever you're going to be with next, there you're going to allow there to be more harm harmony, because yeah, this is your self perception. You've realized how to be in a harmonious relationship based on the way things played out before. So it's good. It's good. We don't know. It's a mystery. We don't know how this is going to turn out, but it certainly is leading to a new beginning where you're going to feel really good about yourself and really hopeful and optimistic about your future. And that's the place that where you're able to manifest what you want. So, all right, there it is. Thank you so much for joining me. Beautiful reading, very empowering, and way to build up your wealth too. And when you have one area of your life taken care of, then the other areas can naturally fall into place as well. So, um, yes, there it is. Thank you so much for joining me. Please leave me a comment if this resonates. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share.